Carol in Frisco, Texas, watching Free Speech TV. Hey, Carol, what's on your mind?
Hey, Tom. Thank you for taking my call.
Sure.
I'm about your age, so I have a long professional history of sexual harassment and just being denied in the workplace because I'm a woman. I was literally told to my face one day that I was not going to get a promotion because the person who got it needed to feed his family.
Wow.
I know. And then when I got robbed, it was a banking situation. When I got robbed, I was told by one of the managers, you need to leave because they don't care.
Robbed, what do you mean?
Brought it up in a board meeting. What are we going to do? And they said, it's just women.
Wow. Wow.
I know.
Yeah,
so
this...
to weigh in on was the women standing up for themselves. I went to a meeting before the last election, was told that women don't vote in Texas because they don't like to get harassed at the voting booth.
Well, that's interesting. That's interesting because back in the 60s, and I read this in a biography of William Rehnquist and included it in my book, The Crash of 2016, William Rehnquist, who became the Chief Justice of the United States Supreme Court, in the 60s when he was an aspiring politician, he's a big guy, he was like 6'4", and just a big man. He made his chops in the Republican Party in Arizona, going to the largely Hispanic and Native American polling places and challenging voters outside the polling places, saying, I'm here, I'm going to challenge you, prove to me that you're, legally a voter, blah, 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 blah. And this was back before there were any voter ID laws or anything. And I wonder, I mean, I have no way of knowing, but I wonder how often he targeted women versus men.
That would be interesting to know because I can tell you I'm undeclared, and I have been harassed at the voting sites.
As an independent?
Before that law was passed, and I stood up for myself and I won. But I've never voted where I vote now, where I didn't vote in a room that didn't, have a big mirror over the voting stations.
And the reason for that is so they can see who you're voting for?
I think they're using rooms that maybe had mirrors in them, social rooms or whatever,
right.
But they weren't removed, they weren't covered.
Right. So they could see your vote, and you think they might have been throwing away ballots that they didn't like?
I would not put it past them.
Yeah. Yeah. This country has a long, probably every country does, that is or pretends to be a democracy, a long history of shenanigans, shall we say. Carol, thanks for sharing your stories with us. I appreciate it.